Everyone, today I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech on how wearing a helmet is a smart decision when competing or participating in extreme sports. I'm going to start off with a statistic from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission's National Electronic Injury Surveillance System. They estimated that there were close to 70,000 reported head injuries sustained with males, and in young riders between ages 11 and 17, almost at 50% most likely to be injured. And I know from this statistic, it might be shocking knowing that that's a high number for head injuries, but if you really think about it, it's only snowboarding and skiing that's in. There's other sports like skateboarding, wakeboarding, street biking, mountain biking, and other extreme sports that require a helmet, but people still manage to not wear one, or they don't think they need one. Although wearing a helmet seems lame, it is looked down upon. It is the one piece of equipment that will protect your head from severe injuries, like cracking your head open and getting a concussion or anything bad. I'm going to inform you about the brief history of why people and extreme athletes don't wear helmets, and how extreme athletes should all wear helmets during competitions to set a positive example for kids that are watching them, like their idols. And lastly, the studies of the development of technologies to reduce and prevent concussions in the future. Basically, if you're wearing a helmet, you're looked down upon by people that think they're better than you. If they see you wearing a helmet, they think you don't know what you're doing, you're new to the sport, and they overall just think they're above you because they've broken bones, they've gotten stitches, and that's honestly part of extreme sports, you falling down, getting hurt, but you get back up, you get back to what you're doing, and you just have to learn from your mistakes. Getting hurt is part of extreme sports, but nobody wants to be looked at that way by people, and in return, if you're wearing a helmet, unfortunately you get teased by people who are more experienced than you. That person feels like they know it all, but little do they know, by them not wearing a helmet, it just takes that one split second, that one accident, to change your life forever. But first, I'd like to begin with what wearing a helmet means to people when participating in extreme sports. People will really dislike the fact of wearing helmets because they feel as if they're convinced that they're not going to fall. They'll make sure to be careful. Meanwhile, they're fully aware that they're going to fall and they're going to get hurt, but it's part of extreme sports, like I said earlier. You practice to get better, and in order to get better, you have to fall and learn from your mistakes. And according to James Young, MD, who is a physical medicine and rehabilitation specialist at Rush University Medical Center in Chicago, he's also a nationally recognized expert on traumatic brain injuries. He stated that there are no valid excuses for not strapping on this vital piece of equipment. Your brain is the single-handedly most important organ system in your body, and it can't be replaced. So it should be your top priority to keep it safe. But professional skateboarders like Paul Rodriguez stated in a video that they tend to block his peripheral vision, and that's a big negative in street skating. And not only him, other skaters, it goes with all street skaters. That's part of street skating. You're around people, you're by the streets, you're by cars, and you definitely can't afford to have your peripheral vision blocked from either hitting something yourself or getting hit by something, which obviously you don't want. Next, I'll be talking about how it should be mandatory for extreme athletes to wear a helmet when competing in either the X Games or Dew Tour, which is one of the two largest extreme sport venues today. In the Summer Olympics, people don't like wearing protective gear, helmets, knee pads, elbow pads, because it isn't only heavy on them, or they feel like it's it prevents them from doing certain moves, but it also makes them hot. And the last thing any athlete wants is to feel hot and restricted in any way, especially in the Summer Olympics. So when little kids are watching their favorite athletes not wearing a helmet, they think that it's not part of the style. Like, not wearing a helmet, not wearing any pads is cool to do. So they take that, they go home with what they've seen, what they watch on the internet, and they want to be like their favorite athlete. But there is one athlete who does still wear a helmet. He's a longtime skateboarder named Andy McDonald, who wears protective gear from helmets to knee pads to elbow pads, even hand pads if it falls on his hands. And he had an interview with Steve Cave from About.com, who asked McDonald, what kind of gear would you suggest, meaning to kids, to people in general. And he's answered with number one is a helmet. You have to protect your dome. That's most important. And finally, I'll be talking about the development of technologies to reduce and prevent concussions in the future. It's a technology that they're trying to come out with called shockbox technology, and there's sensors that are put into professional athletes' helmets, like snowboarders, skiers, or whatever. And if they land on their head, they collect information on whether they've gotten a concussion or any other severe brain injuries. So the shockbox technology is still being processed, and right now is being tested by extreme sports athletes in, like I said, the X Games and these major extreme sports venues. And hopefully it'll come out one day and it can teach people that wearing a helmet is very important, and it is proven that it can save your life. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye.